For people that want to do their own, well, Moderna, first and foremost, they stopped their new mRNA vaccine trials after a high rate of side effects puzzling skin. That's just Moderna. That's their new mRNA HIV vaccine. So it's just, they're having problems over there. Second, AstraZeneca is withdrawing its COVID-19 vaccine worldwide months after the pharma giant admitted the drug could cause very rare but life-threatening injuries. All right, the British Swedish drug maker also withdrew its EU marketing authorization for the vaccine branded Vaxzevria since 2021. The authorization is the approval to market a drug EU's member states. The withdrawal was due to, they said, a surplus of available updated vaccines against new variants of the novel coronavirus. The application to withdraw the vaccine from the EU was made on March 5th and came into effect a couple days ago on May 7th. As multiple variant COVID-19 vaccines have since been developed, there's a surplus. They're basically saying everybody's making vaccines. There's so many of them. We're gonna step back. But
in the same voice, they said maybe
exactly,
there was
Tommy.
some things
In the same breath, they said they admitted that the vaccine, initially called Covishield, could cause very rare side effects like blood clots and low blood platelets counts. The Telegraph reported this. So it's just, in this realm with all this stuff that they're, with all the vaccine stuff. And then I sent him this, there's a bird flu, and not to be the fear-mongering guy, I read between the lines, I watch a lot of content, and I want to see, because, Fauci, and I'm not Fauci, I'm sorry, Bill Gates and, who's the Klaus Schwab, they're always warning. I keep hearing pandemic number two. These are just little things you guys have to be aware of. I sent Rob the video. This guy's name is Dr. Jeremy Farrar, chief scientist at the WHO, which, by the way, the WHO is having their pandemic treaty meeting. It's coming up for 2 weeks at the end of this month, Tom.
So this is the World Health Organization.
Not the band, WHO, warning us about bird flu H5N1. The virus can jump from cows to humans and spread from human to human, and the mortality rate is extraordinarily high. Please, guys, don't take this as they're just trying to scare us. No, they're putting the information out there, just like when Christopher Wray warns of something bad happening. Take their word. There's 70 potential cases reported in Colorado, and this guy hints at another vaccine, and the virus affecting cows, think about it, will hit two targets. Now, this is my opinion. It'll reduce meat consumption, which that's all they're saying, and then pushing another jab. I have the video of Dr. Jeremy Farrar, chief scientist at the WHO. No, not this one, Rob. The one that I sent you, it's the chief. Nope, not that. That guy right there. Listen.
So it reduces beef consumption because all the cows get sick?
Because the cow, but think about it. That's because we're not stopping the meat eating. They keep saying eat bugs and shit. None of us are going to do it. Nobody's going to get between me and my freaking meat.
I did have some meat and some bugs in Oaxaca, Mexico.
How did it taste?
It was actually very crunchy, and it was me and Mario. This was back in the days when Mario was still testing all the tequilas around the world.
Got you.
Like 7-8 years ago.
In there.
So he tried mezcal. And
he put bugs in there.
No, we ate the bugs. So we were, but this was a Mexican traditional bug.
Got you. But going back to your point too, this eating bug stuff lowers your testosterone. You're not.
Give me a break.
Yeah. I'm not doing it. But yeah, Tom. So think about this. They were telling us don't eat meat. Bill Gates and all these guys, they're buying up all this farmland on purpose.
What's this clip?
So this is them. They're saying this is the WHO. Jeremy Farrar warning us about the bird flu, and just pay close attention to what he's saying.
This virus now evolves and develops the ability to infect humans, and then critically the ability to go from human to human transmission. And we know that in the rare cases, I think off the top of my head, 400 or 500 cases so far of humans, the mortality rate is extraordinarily high. So to me, this is a major concern. The current outbreak, for want of a better word, in America amongst cows is really concerning as well, and also talks to this issue of transmission. We have to understand in those cow settings, sheds, how H5N1 is transmitting, because it may be evolving into transmitting in different ways. This is a huge concern, and I think we have to watch, more than watch, we have to make sure that if H5N1 did come across to humans with human-to-human transmission, that we were in a position to immediately respond with access equitably to vaccines, therapeutics, and diet.
Ready for this? Wow. So giving you a heads up, just, by the way, for the WHO, he's the chief scientist, is warning us, and I waited for the end, and we just have everything, and a vaccine ready to go, as if, and this is the one thing that really, really bothers me, when it comes to these pharmaceutical companies that are making this, Tom, I know that you know this, there needs to be some liability, okay, besides the fact, because I know, Pat, you said that they shouldn't be able to give money to any, to donate any money to any campaigns or anything.
You mean accountability?
Accountability, because the majority of these companies have immunity. And there's also the National Childhood Vaccine Injury Act of 1986. That's a federal law that reduces the potential financial liability of vaccine manufacturers due to vaccine injury claims. So if you can make this thing, you know, the problem comes up, you make this thing, you know what I mean? Like, and there's no fault for any of the side effects. I think that there should be something put in place. There has to be some liability, some accountability for these people, don't you think?
Well, there's a couple things there that you say, and I agree with you. You know, we're hearing things that these people are saying. And we're not drawing conclusions or writing research paper here. We're saying, is this guy saying that the cows could get sick and we may all need another vaccine? That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Is he saying the mortality rate is high and they're worried about it?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. It almost kind of sounds like the first little rumor, and then we learned Wuhan. What's Wuhan? Well, it's a city in China. You remember that? You start learning all these old things.
Yeah.
It's really kind of raises your suspicions a little bit when you hear things like this.
And Rob, you put up the one with Bill Gates. It's not as if these people aren't telling us. They're warning you. They're giving you a heads up. Can you go to the Bill Gates one, Robbie? This is Bill Gates. Look what he says.
I had predicted there was a risk of a pandemic, and sadly, you know, that came true.
He's a psychic.
We're past that. Now we need to get people working together in partnership and taking innovation and applying it to help the very poorest in the world.
Yeah, but Rob, you can stop it. Brother, he looks rough.
When was this? When is this?
I think this is recently, because he looks rough. But he's saying, like, he predicted it. He warned us. He told us, when the WHO is telling you, guys, there's a bird flu. It's in cows. It can jump from human, and then we can spread it. I think people should start paying attention. And then, Rob, I sent you did you see the camel one? I mean, this is totally off subject, but it's happening everywhere too. There's another one. Look at the camel outbreak. Look, this is a camel outbreak fears as camel flu with 35% fatality rate, kills one and infects two more. Rob, can you scroll down? Look at that camel. Look how pissed off his face is. Go down. Look at that guy. He knows he's sick, Pat. He knows. He knows.
He does not want to get a shot.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
So the pathogen known as Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, MERS, typically comes from camels, which is why it's often dubbed camel flu. The previous outbreaks were traced back to people working close with contacts with the animals or their raw milk. There's a handful of cases right now from human to human. So I'm just saying, it's like it's slowly happening, and it's just, you know, this is election year, so a lot of craziness is going to be happening.
I mean, the fact that, again, we're talking about it and the audience gets to make a decision for themselves. And
yeah, do your research.
Here's what I want to tell you. The announcement is both Dave Smith and Chris Cuomo have agreed to a debate.
That's
yes.
great.
May 31st, Friday night, 6 to 9 p.m.
Friday night fights.
6 to 9 p.m.
That is sick.
Okay? 6 to 9 p.m. Wow. It's official. It'll be at our comedy club that we have, 5990 Live. And this is going to be what the people want. The people from the establishment who don't want to see this conversation take place, they're going to do everything in their power to prevent this from taking place.
Fauci being one of them.
Whoever it is.
Yeah.
They're going to be watching. Within seconds of making this announcement, I guarantee you messages are being sent saying, are you out of your flipping mind? For those of you guys that haven't yet registered for this, just go to 5990 Live, buy a ticket. VIPs sell out ASAP, and then it'll be about 185 to 190 tickets. VIPs will have cigars with us afterwards, but looking forward to this.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.